So tell us about Wider Path. How did you find Wider Path, and what did that do for you?
Actually, Marcos was the one that, told me about the grant. Um, and he gave me the information. I was like, that is awesome. I didn't know things like that were available to individuals. So I was like, yes, please, if I'm able to get the grant, that would be a blessing because any help is a blessing.
Yes.
So um he was the one that told me about the grant.
Okay, that's wonderful. So, what kind of a difference did the grant make to you in terms of becoming a homeowner and helping you save money or helping you get into the home or anything on those fronts?
It helped with the closing costs to
Mhm.
bring my closing costs down, which was wonderful. I can take that extra money and putting in my savings for that emergency fund. So that grant helped me tremendously. That way, I'll have a little bit more cushion over there on the side if I needed it.
That's so wonderful. So, congratulations on getting the grant. That's a big
Thank
deal.
you. Yes.
And then, what would you want to say to home buyers out there if there's something that you would want to leave them with in terms of um, home ownership, what you've learned, where you would encourage them, what you'd like, you know, what you'd like to see happen in our country, any of that? Yeah.
Well, I would say do your homework. Take a home buyer's class. That really helps tremendously to show you what you, because sometimes not lenders, but realtors will say jargon, and for a first-time home buyer, you don't know what that means. They'll just spit off acronyms, and I guess they assume that you know what that means. And sometimes first-time home buyers, it's a lot. It can be overwhelming. Um, and I've learned to say, "Hey, what are you talking about?" I ask questions. I'll ask questions until I'm blue in the face, so you can explain to me, what are you talking about? If I'm not sure what the acronym is or what you're saying. So I think that home buyers class helped tremendously. Ask a ton of questions, do your homework, um, make sure what you're looking for is, don't settle. If you're so urgent to get in the house because it's exciting, but if you like one part of the house but don't really like the other, don't settle for that. Make sure that you are at least 95% happy with the house that you're looking at before you make a bid. Don't be on the fence and be like, "Okay, it's okay. I can do it." Just to put a bid in on a house because you want to move. Don't do that. So make sure you're happy with what you're looking at and what you're gonna bid on, for a house.
So cool. I love that advice. And your team should be your dream team, right? They're
Yeah,
so your
yeah,
realtor is it, your lender is your advocate, your
yes,
housing your advocate. They're there to answer your questions. You don't they don't get paid to answer your questions. They just they get paid at the end, right?
right.
So so don't worry about it. Call them, ask your questions. That's wonderful that homebuyer education helped you do that. I totally agree. It helped me too. And then last but least, what do you want to do in your new community, or how are you already involved in communities, and how do you want to contribute to your new community?
Um, I don't have any children, but I love kids.
Mhm.
And I wanna do more for kids to educate them, as they grow, learn to budget.
Mm.
Because I don't think they really teach you a lot of stuff in school about budgeting. Learn to budget, learn to know, um, your boundaries.
Mhm.
Um, look forward to home ownership. Try to do it young. That way, when you're at retirement age, you don't have to worry about a mortgage. You can live there, and all you have to worry about is utilities. Learn to, you know, plant your feet in the home. Don't rent the rest of your life. Because renting can be convenient and good, but owning is better. It's yours. You can do what you want. You can, if you want to punch a hole in the wall, you could do that. Not saying to do that, but I want to be more of an advocate to our youth, and I love seniors. So seniors teach you a lot. They teach you a lot, and I love them to death. So I want to do more with our youth and our seniors in my new community. And hopefully I'll be able to find, because Frederick is a new area, hopefully I'll be able to do some more volunteering and stuff like that in my area.
Oh, that's so wonderful. So, so wonderful. We couldn't agree more at Wider Path that starting young is the way to go and really getting informed early, just like your
Yeah.
dad preparing you. Passing that forward to young people is so fabulous and so
Yes.
great story and that impact that he had on you too in that direction. Thank you so much for your time. Thank you so much for being here and congratulations again on your home. We can't wait to hear from you as you close and
Thank you.
homeownership process and just a reminder to everybody that that's just the beginning. Once you're in the home, that's just the beginning. And
Right.
and so there your team is still there with you, your lending team is still there with you, your realtor team, your housing counselors, everybody's there to champion you and to ensure that you have successful homeownership as well. So thank you so much again.